do you think I took it in the first place?
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you for the confirmation, Graham. Appreciate it.
Here we go.
What's our situation?
Yeah, would you guys... Okay. Yeah, you know what? This is a good idea. Alright, we're gonna get started. We begin this journey at the entrance to a dungeon. Since you were playing some Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
I need a little foreplay, okay?
Go back.
You have heard various rumors of this place, none of which seem to align, but are each told with brazen conviction. But if one fact is to be agreed upon about this place, it's that an ancient relic with mysterious, unknown powers lies deep within the dungeon's depths. Would you like to talk about any of the rumors that you've heard about this place?
Wait. So we're at a dungeon.
You are at the entrance to a dungeon that you've heard rumors about. What kind of rumors would you like to hear about this dungeon?
Who is it slept with?
What?
I'm very serious, I swear.
Who has the dungeon slept with?
First, should we introduce ourselves, by the way, or
Not yet.
should we,
No.
Yes, first we want to hear who you slept with.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's talk about your guys' selves first. Tell me who it is that's standing in front of this dungeon.
I don't know anything about her character yet.
Oh, I know. Yeah, so who is standing in front of this dungeon?
Would you like to go first? Because you're listed
Sure.
first.
My name is Wada. And I am a very young dwarf. And my only goal is to find a dragon. Tell me about yourself.
I am Frederick.
Hello, Frederick.
That was the worst name to pick for you, apparently.
Or the best name.
Oh dear.
My name is Frederick. I am essentially, Steve Irwin, but in a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
I am a ranger. I attended the North Deerland Zoological Society. I'm a fellow of biological studies. I study the local flora and fauna around our village that I do not actually know the name of because I was not given any details in this village.
Because there is only a dungeon. There are no villages, Steve. Come on. Tell me though, set the scene for our viewers here. What do they see?
What
does Wada look like?
A Wada?
What does Wada look like, and what does Sir Frederick look like?
Not Sir yet. I'm trying to get there. Eventually.
Mr. Frederick.
Mr. Frederick.
Well, originally I pictured Wada as a gnome, so I think I picture him with some kind of hat. Some sort of. I'll let chat select whatever hat Wada is wearing, and he's a little kind of kid, probably with a single buck tooth or something. Just sort of. He's got a dragon on the front of his shirt. Super excited about maybe a dragon pin on his hat, and he's just kind of really excited about his potential dragon finding in this dungeon.
He's got a 10-gallon hat, but he himself is only about 5 gallons of volume.
Exactly. I'm looking at he's got a quarter staff, but for his size, it's probably a full staff. It's twice as
Yep.
big. But yeah, other than that, maybe he's ginger. I don't know. I'm gonna be ginger.
I am Frederick. I am a human, and I am 40. That's all
your
you need
entire
to know.
Tinder profile.
That's literally all you need to know about my character.
40-year-old man scientist
who's
running to a dungeon with a 5-year-old.
I'm Greta Thunberg if she was a 40-year-old man who also was Steve Irwin as a 40-year-old man.
Good lord. Alright, well, somehow the two of you came together and have approached this dungeon at the same time.
Wada's my adoptive son.
I was gonna say, I could be your adopted child?
Or you could be my research student.
Oh,
we're exploring the dungeon. We heard rumors that it was
because I'm interested in science. Because I'm an artificer.
Science.
This is gonna be I'm having this D&D image of Rock Lee and Guy Lee.
Oh god.
Are we ruining your campaign already? I'm sorry.
No, I love this.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Okay.
We're scientists.
There's a dungeon. What is the dungeon?
There's a
The entrance
dungeon.
to the dungeon.
As dilapidated as this entrance looks, a clearish path perseveres through the moss and grass that otherwise populates every nook and penetrates every cranny. A round, rusted iron gate rests against its former armature, pinstriped with posts that are buried into the arched stone portal. After a cursory search, you deem it to be the only entrance. What do you do?
I think a bit on how it penetrates that crook.
I start running inside.
Sorry.
You start running inside?
Yeah.
There is a very rusted out gate at the entrance. Would you run into the gate?
I hit it with my staff.
You hit it like a staff.
Wait on, just a moment. We really need to focus.
Well, you hit it with...
We need to take a we need to take
Why do you have a list?
a good approach.
I have a list and you have a stutter. This is gonna go really well.
We need to take a scientific approach to this.
Well, you hit it with your sword, so please roll an attack.
I hit it with my quarterstaff.
With your quarterstaff.
I like thunk it.
Alright, well, roll
A
attack.
non-lethal.
Roll it on a door. God.
Oh.
Roll that again. That doesn't count.
There's a crevice in the middle of the table. I got the 10.
The 10.
Quarterstaff is a 16.
Okay, roll damage.
Oh. Now I gotta roll.
So that's not a
No,
d20, that's
D6.
yeah.
Okay.
So to recap everything that's happened so far, we found a gate, and Waydog decided to bash it with a stick. Gripping content.
I got a 6.
You got a 6.
Yeah.
Your quarterstaff comes down on this rusted gate, and you manage to break through one of the posts. You could snap,
Really? Wow.
and it's still mostly blocking the door, but
I'm a very strong 5-year-old.
Is the gate locked?
it's very dilapidated.
What if we just go up to it and open it? Wait, this is how science works. We experiment by taking gates and pushing them open. And if that doesn't work, you pull. If that doesn't work, you go home and call it a day and publish your failed results.
Steve, you haven't even played in my campaigns, and I've taught you well already. We're great. We're gonna do great here.
One of us is good at doors.
Can I take a closer look at the gate? Like, do I need? Is it all pretty obvious, or should I be investigating?
It's pretty obvious. Roll investigation. Fuck it.
I was gonna say I look
yours.
at the hinges to see which way it opens first.
Let him roll his investigation.
Yeah, he really is.
Investigation, which gives me a +0. I am not smart. I have a lot of wisdom.
Check in case this doesn't end well.
13.
13. Okay, so you take a look at this gate. There are no discernible hinges. Or wherever there were hinges at some point, they're just gone. Again, this is very dilapidated. It's old. It's really rusty.
So I'm gonna roll a athletics check.
What do you
gate and move it aside.
Just roll strength.
Strength, sure.
Just do a straight strength.
Oh, strength R.
Actually, yeah, roll strength.
And that is going to give me a 17. Okay.
Damn.
Also roll intelligence.
Intelligence check?
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Because one of us gonna get smushed.
A 10.
A 10. Okay.
I'm not a smart man to begin with.
Yeah, so you put your hands on this gate, and you manage to lift it up. And it's just fine. As you have the gate up in the air, your hands very firmly around these rusted, irony gates. You remember that you haven't gotten a tetanus shot in a while.
Great.
So roll Constitution, please.
7. I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard to read these dice, actually.
Less than 10 rolls in until
I'm like,
we're already getting
17.
poison damage.
Yeah, you take 1 poison damage.
Great. I don't
no.
know. Oops. That's important.
Share a pencil? I don't know, do we have any
Sorry.
utensils?
We're sharing pencils.
I was gonna say I left
Don't
them
share
all.
needles,
Okay.
share pencils. I'm just gonna deduct that as 1 poison damage.
There you go.
Cool.
Excellent.
Is that like rust poison? Is that like
It's
rust
just
damage?
whatever.
And
It's
I'm
just
gonna
poison.
add in my notes for the actual stream more writing utensils.
Yes, for those of you who are just joining us now, it seems like we're having a couple of people hop in. We are
hello.
playtesting tonight to see just how we can do D&D
Dark
content
Guns
in
and
the future.
Gardens.
We usually do video games.
What did I call it before? Oh, Dingbats and Dunglefunks.
And if we did Pokemon
love
yesterday, it will be Gyms and Charizards.
Is that Stella? Oh, because like, what is that noise?
Stella.
Like Stella.
There are also dogs in the room for those of you just joining us.
In case there are any other extraneous noises.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
so you have tetanus now.
You have tetanus
And
now.
also...
But good news, the gate is open. Or rather, the portal is open, so you may enter this dungeon.
I want inside!
Okay.
You run inside.
Yeah!
As you run inside, you notice that the ground is a little bit wet, a little bit slippery, and all of a sudden, boom!
Oh no!
2 gelatinous cubes fall from the ceiling. And so does our
And
light.
there's one of them now.
Yeah, there's one of them now. I sit on that, so I can take care of it.
I got it.
Okay.
Light stands. Another thing for our notebook.
Oh yeah, I already got full.
Oh, you got that already.
Lighting. That was note number 1. Was like, dear God, get some proper lighting, you motherfuckers. Well, we broke it. It's ruined forever now. Hang on.
Hang on, let me do it.
No wait, I can do a smart thing.
Not only are you...
Well, no,
not
that's
only
at
did
my
you-
face then.
Alright, we'll be like, better?
You're
Can we-
abusing
can we-
my Oh My Goddess DVD collection and my Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight DVD collection. And my Battle for Greatport
Yeah,
box
that's fine.
game.
Whatever.
Alright, we just have to be careful
I'm
about
gonna name drop
funking the
everything.
table.
I'll fuck my leg next time instead. Alright, well, 2 gelatinous cubes fall from the ceiling. Roll initiative, please.
We suck at this. We really do suck at this. Like,
How do we suck at it? Oh. I got to 5,
Oh, good
everybody.
lord.
Connor says it was a chunky sounding cube, yes.
They're very chunky.
It's like a salsa cube, it's got chips in there already.
Exactly.
Gelatin.
Alright, so here's the problem. I don't understand what your dice mean. Is that a 1 or is that a 20?
That's a 20.
Okay, I get a 24 in my
For
initiative.
those of you watching,
Excellent.
Steve is playing with my fancy Halloween dice, and the 20 is a pumpkin. It's very beautiful.
Alright, where did I put my cube? Alright.
Because here at Rupeethon headquarters, it's still Halloween, damn it.
Oh, lord. Alright, what did you guys roll? You guys get your 20, you go first.
Yes, I got a 24.
Your name's
I got
not Steve, your name's
5.
Frederick.
I am Frederick.
Because I'm 5 years old.
Frederick. What'd you roll, a 5?
A 5.
Lord. Alright.
My young researcher says, my young ward.
My young boy, yeah.
God, fully stop farting.
It really adds to the dungeony atmosphere. Some dog
The
farts.
X does a little fart. Ugh, God.
My young ward, you are doing a great service to the Greater Deerland Academy of Sciences. But I do think that you need to take a much more modest approach to your investigations.
But I want to fight the gelatin.
That is fine, but you didn't know there was a gelatin in there.
Well, now you know there was some gelatin in there, and it is your turn.
But the nice thing, at least, is you experimented and you got a result. I call it a success. Publish it! Oh, I'm sorry, what am I doing?
Attack.
Attack the gelatin.
Oh, are they right in front of me?
They are right in front of you. There are 2 of them.
I'm actually going to pull out my... I am positioned slightly behind my young ward because he ran way ahead of me.
Correct.
So I pull out my longbow.
Excellent.
And I knock an arrow into place, and I fire... How many were we fighting? 2 gelatinous cubes? I'm going to I'm going to fire along at one of the gelatinous cubes.
Excellent.
And I roll a... Math is a 23.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that. Yep, that definitely. Gelatinous cubes.
And once per turn, I can add 1d6 piercing damage to my rolls with piercing thorns. I am a ranger with primeval
Go
guardian.
for it.
Damn.
So I get not only a 1d8. Oh god, I don't even know how these. Like, every time I forget.
What is
fine.
math? Who does this stuff anymore?
Meanwhile,
1d6.
Yoko Karama over here is just...
So I get 1d8 plus 4 and 1d6. So 1d... Yeah, whatever.
1D whatever.
1D.
So-
You do the math.
That's the name of this stream.
Plus
1D whatever.
I do 11 damage.
11 damage.
We're not doing the math for you, chat. You're on your own. Okay, sweet.
I think my sweatshirt's stuck in. So I'm gonna just zip this up real quick.
You said 11 damage, right?
Yep.
That's... Okay. Cool.
I'm not here to metagame, but I believe the gelatinous cube has at least 1 HP.
Not 0.5?
That would be correct. At a minimum,
Mhm.
it has 1 HP. That is very true. Because you shoot your arrow, and you watch it go straight through the cube, and you watch the rippling.
Could you do that one more time, please? Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
It doesn't look too happy about that.
I'm sufficiently creeped out. That's good.
Excellent. Good. Well, good, because that one comes right up to you.
Oh,
I should
hi.
have read this before we started. Have a great day, you guys.
Specimen!
It's good because you can read it and share it with our lovely viewers.
Exactly. So, no, he's gonna hit you. He doesn't like you because you just shot him. He comes right up to you. And that is a 19 AC.
My armor class is not that.
I was gonna say, if your armor class is fucking 20, we need to have a conversation. Also, at some point later, we took a conversation about your fucking attack bonuses on your weapons, my
He's
dude.
protected by the power of knowledge.
I got a shitload of bonuses because I'm all archery all the time. But that's all I can do.
Mood.
How dead am I?
So this gelatinous cube comes right up against you, and it just busts itself right up against you, and you take 10
10 damage.
Bust itself?
acid
Whoa.
damage. Busted out.
Inappropriate.
I can't words today. I'm trying to realize why I wrote them all down. These are not the words that I can write down.
Perfect.
All right.
Woo.
And there's still another cube in play. However, it sees the much smaller yelly child out in front of it, and it goes for the same attack, and definitely does not hit unless your AC is less than 6.
I want to describe to me in the most vivid of terms how this gelatinous cube misses a 5-year-old child.
Well, it got a little cocky, and it started moving towards you, and it was moving fast, and it was making noises. And you managed to slip right out of the way as it came like barreling into you.
Is the cube bigger than I am?
Fuck it, yeah, it's bigger than you.
Sweet.
Alright, well, that being said, it is your
It
turn.
is much larger.
All right. Okay.
So you each have one gelatinous cube up in your face.
Awesome. Okay. Well, because I am 5 and I got no chill, I'm gonna go straight for the thunder cannon.
Great!
Hang on. What is the range on it? Because I think you have, if you're shooting something point blank, I think you have
Oh hell yeah.
no disadvantage if it's point blank.
What?
Because of
that
the
makes sense.
I always forget the way that range works.
Come on, Dungeons and Dragons. Point blank is like a bonus.
Whatever, fine, I don't care. You can have point
Whatever.
blank. We'll
Shoot it.
find the actual rules later.
I shoot it with a thunder cannon. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Yay!
Plus, thunder, the tiniest typeface. 17.
Yes, you hit.
Fuck yeah, I do. All right. And damage 2d6.
Whoa!
12, motherfucker.
Very nice.
Nice work.
Got that. Good.
You
good,
fire
good,
off your
snake.
cannon. It's been a while since you had to fire it off. You didn't really run into all that much shit in the woods. You were just kind of all looking at flowers, having a great time until you ran into this place. And just the
pressing the barrel of this cannon straight against the cannon.
Hi, Fred!
so you stick it right up in front of the jelly and just boom. And same as the arrow, you watch it blast directly through the cube. A little bit of jelly comes out behind it. Kind of like just picture like a bullet going through a jelly cube.
Ah, okay.
But it's still doing okay. It's still got enough jelly. It's still living. All right, Frederick, what's up?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, sorry, it's my turn.
So you got one in front of you, and there is one by
Let's
radar.
see.
I'm sorry. Who?
I'm the DM. I do what I want.
No, my name is not
Radar.
Radar.
Oh, I thought it was. All right, wait off.
Wait on. Thank you.
Sorry, I thought you did write it with an R, and then we're just.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna cast Run Away and Scream. Anyway, I'm gonna take a. So, if I have this right now, it's gelatinous cube, Wader.
Mm-hmm.
Gelatinous cube, me.
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna try to back up towards the entrance and fire another shot.
So since that one is in your melee range, it is going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't point blank an arrow into it. Does hit again though, right?
Mm. Hang on. Yeah, that is an 18
Okay.
AC.
Yep, it's gonna hit yet again. No. Stop hitting me for a lot of damage.
9 acid damage, baby!
How much?
9.
9?
9.
No, Professor Frederick.
Okay. So I am hurting.
Oh no. Oh Oh no.
So, but I'm backing up a full 30 feet to get the hell out of the way of it.
Excellent.
And take another shot at it. And because I have I put everything into archery at this point. I guess I was looking at this subclass, like the Primeval Guardian with Ranger. It's with archery. I got +9 attack bonus. Like, what the hell?
That's why I was looking at that before and was like,
I was like, is this right?
Yeah.
And I'm going through that. I'm like, no. What? But I get nothing else. So
Right,
it's like my life is just the
fair enough.
archery.
Steve's got some funky stuff, and it was great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be careful because neither of us have any healing abilities, I'm pretty sure.
No, he does.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yep. A 1. Plus
No.
9. 10.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That hits. Fire off your arrow flawlessly again. Roll for damage.
So 1.
Damn, Professor.
And that's a 10.
All right.
Ooh. So we're chipping
Science.
at each other.
All right. Since they are right next to each other,
Backing up.
backing
Backing
up.
up.
Backing up. Beep, 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 beep. Both of the cubes are going to go after Wade.
No.
I'm sorry. But you were also really tiny.
Fledwick moved
I'm
too
very
far
tiny.
away.
But I have a very large gun.
With that large gun. They don't like it, but...
Oh,
Oh,
no. I am 12.
I'm so sorry. Hang on, I know how to do math. That is a 24 and a 20, one of which is a critical hit.
Are you sure that's not... it looks to be like an
Yeah,
02.
both of those are definitely hits.
It looks to be like an 02 and a 91.
Oh boy. Alright.
Your folders. Puppy.
Folders, what are you...
Folgers.
Holy cannoli. There's a dog on my lap. Well, not on my lap.
Oh, she's on camera.
You can see her.
Oh, hi! No, these are not doggy snacks. These are mommy's math rocks.
Math rocks?
I'm gonna die.
Remember that time you made a campaign for 2 people? And then
This is not supposed to be that
Woman. This is supposed to be a comedy
Hang on.
endeavor. We're level fucking 5 and 6.
Hang on.
And we're gonna get killed by gelatinous
What is
cubes.
your max HP? So,
My max HP?
what,
52.
52. This
Please
is
don't kill me.
It's not 52. I need to calculate.
It's really close.
You said, hold on. Yeah, max 50.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to calculate it because I'm laughing too hard.
It's gonna take 44 Gillette. What
You
kind of damage is Gillette?
29 acid damage.
Oh, acid damage. Jesus. Okay.
It's alright, bro. I got your back.
Well,
I'm just gonna...
I am 5, so I'm not the most durable.
For my next action, I'd like to sit down and sort through the other applications for other research assistants.
No, Professor!
Well, it is your turn.
Hold on, I gotta figure out 52 minus 29.
Do you want me to... What, 52?
No, it's fine. It's 31.
What?
Right?
52 minus... Hang on.
Minus
52
29.
minus
Oh, no.
29. No, that's 23.
23.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
We might kill one of them soon. Might.
Okay, well, the good news is, so both of them have now gone.
And it is your turn.
So I'm just gonna.
I did not balance this well. I apologize for him.
I'm just gonna. Are they
Are they?
at least lined up so I can hit them both?
Sure.
Yay! I pull the trigger again. I'm a thunder cannon.
Roll, baby, roll.
No, it's a 5. No, it's a
5 plus.
5 plus 7, 12.
And that hits.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're big, meaty cubes.
Meaty cubey boys.
Okay, what am I? 2? Yeah, 2d6. Ooh, 8. And then I roll
8.
separately for the other one, right?
No, because it was one attack. I'll give you
It's the
damage.
same
I'll give you
one.
damage on both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hector believes that Radar. Who's Radar?
I'm sorry, there's no one here named Radar. If you'll read the lovely names on the bottom of your screen.
I like how I picked a regular name too. like, if we did not have Wadaw there, it would be like, is the character Steve or Frederick?
I mean, Frederick was one of the names I considered because I just texted Chrissy and said I need a name with a lot of R's in it.
I would have died. I would have died if you both picked Frederick. Just saying.
No, Frederick and Flitwick.
Alright, anyways, speaking of Frederick, it is your turn. If you're done going through applications now.
Do they look like they've hurt at all?
I'll let you know in a minute.
Great.
That's not helpful.
I'm going to take a swing at the one I've been damaging.
Okay.
With another shot of my arrow.
Excellent.
And I'm going to try to move in slightly closer.
Okay.
I'm going to take let's say I'm in a reasonable range. I could still fire an arrow, but I'm not too far off from you anymore.
Cool.
I'm rolling like crap, but it doesn't matter because they're giant meaty cubes, and that is a 13.
Yep, good.
Damn.
Which, Piercing Thorns, it said once per turn in the book. But that is also... Not sure that's...
What is it for? Is that a ranger thing, or is it
Yeah, it's a ranger thing. It's not in the PHB. It's one of the supplementals. Maybe Xanathar? Maybe? Either way, I'm just going to say it's once per combat.
Sure, that's fine.
It sounds a little too excessive.
Yeah.
I think they're still testing it out.
Yeah.
So.
Try to make them rangers better.
Yeah. We're broken. It's fine.
Yeah.
I've never played a ranger before, so this is kind of fun. Ooh, that is a 9.
Ooh.
9 whole damage.
9. New math. So.
Oh, Folgers.
So you shot an arrow, right? So as your arrow strikes, and it goes through the gelatinous cube again, spritzing a little bit more of that jelly out the end of it. You feel a vibration in the floor and under your feet. Just something very subtle, just like a... And the gelatinous cube stopped moving. You are out of initiative.
That's really bizarre because the thing's shaking. The gel's gonna...
You don't know how gelatinous cubes work!
I'm sorry!
This is my campaign, Steve! Don't follow the rules!
At least 3 degrees in seismology!
Okay, it is an earthquake.
And an art degree in cubism.
Oh, snap.
Sorry.
Can you...
Anyway.
Can an earthquake. I'm freaking out because I'm 5. I've never been in an earthquake before.
My young lord, yes, you should panic.
Can both of you please roll perception?
Okay. Oh.
Ooh, 19. Right? Yeah, that's a 17, so 19.
Nice. Excellent.
What do I get? Oh, where's my...
Perception.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry. The font is so tiny.
I know, I'm sorry.
My perception. With a P. I get it. Okay, I get 9.
Yeah, 9. Wait, you are a little still freaked out about this earthquake or whatever the heck that was. However, Frederick, you do notice when you're looking at these cubes that there are things inside of the cubes. And they look like... What did they say I put it? They look like a wooden spoon and a figurine of some kind.
I don't know what that means, but...
Eureka!
There are spoons and things inside of them.
What? And I take my hands away from my covering, pulling my hat down over my head. What?
I'm trying to process. It's like wooden spoon. Maybe we're near a kitchen.
I go to reach into the cube, but then I stop. And I think about your wise science words of wisdom that I probably shouldn't stick my hands into gelatinous cubes that have just attacked us.
But what if I do it because I have longer arms? So I do that.
Which one do you do?
Which arm or which cube?
The spoon or the
Oh, I see what you're saying.
figure? Yeah. Which
Wait,
item?
wait! And I ready myself with my thunder cannon. Did you? Because in my brilliant mind, if it latches onto you, I will shoot it off of you. Because for your own safety. Okay,
it might be a vampire cube. I'll put you out of your misery. Let's go with the spoon.
Alright, so, Frederick, you stick your hand inside of this gelatinous cube. Feels like Jell-O. Feels like exactly what you would expect it to feel. But as your hand goes in, the spoon doesn't stay where it is. The spoon instead pops out the back of the gelatinous cube, the opposite side from where your hand is. And now your hand is inside a gelatinous cube.
Lovely. Grab the spoon! It must be worth something. It was inside of a cube.
Run around the other side of the cube and pick up the spoon.
We need data.
We need data.
So you pick up the spoon. Roll investigation.
18, motherfucker, plus, what's intelligence, right?
I hope you investigate the ever-living fuck out of that spoon.
What's an investigation?
Investigation.
Oh, no, it's investigation. No.
Yeah.
Oh, ha. 25, motherfucker.
So you take a closer look at the spoon and you see that it is inlaid with little like strips of gold. And it has like this really kind of like viney, like leafy, like florally kind of pattern that's on it. And as you hold it, you feel that it's warmer than you expect it to be. Not by too much, but just it's warmer than a wooden spoon should be.
Is it warmer than wooden spoons that have just been inside gelatinous cubes?
It's just only slightly warmer than you expect it to be, whatever your expectations are for it.
I think it's a magic spoon, Professor.
That's fascinating. I'm also being devoured alive by this giant gelatinous
Wait, is
cube.
it devouring
I have
him?
no
Is it
idea.
like actively?
My arm's
No,
stuck
it's
in
just.
there?
I mean,
Oh.
your arm is stuck in there, but nothing's happening to your arm.
Okay.
You're just stuck.
Can I remove my arm or
roll a
is
strength
it
check.
actually stuck? Okay. Strength check. I am strong. Not really. Oh wait, that's it. 13.
Yeah, you get your hand out just fine. It takes a little bit of a jiggle. You gotta jiggle your arm to get out of the jiggly bit. But yeah, you play your arm out just fine.
Great.
So there's another cube that's got another thing in it.
Don't seem to have. Sorry, I was just checking if I had spoon proficiency, but I don't have. That's not one of the tools. Professor, what about that? And I pointed.
Oh, the figure. Yes, my on board. Yes.
Do you also want to reach into that one with your long arms?
I mean,
Or should I do it?
science is great, but we could sell this gold spoon for money, which we could exchange for goods and services, which would require not living a life of science, but a life of luxury.
Do you not want to be a scientist anymore, Professor?
That's fair. Let's get to the figure. Shall
Are
I
we
reach it with
having
my
a
other
crisis
arm?
of conscience?
Would you like to do the honors, or shall I?
Yes! And I shove the spoon into your chest and I immediately reach into the gelatinous cube.
So as you stick your hand into the other gelatinous cube with this other figurine inside, because you are much smaller, same sort of thing happens. You stick your hand in, and all of a sudden the figurine is not where you expect it to be. It's on the other side of the gelatinous cube, as if it has been pushed out.
Great.
Your hand is stuck inside of the gelatinous cube.
I attempt to remove my hand from the gelatinous.
Strength check.
15.
Yeah, you're fine. 15 is good. Yeah, you get your hand out just fine.
I would tweet the figurine.
We'll tweet the figurine. Roll investigation.
I was going to roll a strength check to lift the figurine, but I'll roll a investigation check on the figurine.
Okay, go for it.
And that is exactly the noise that you make.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, nat 20.
That is why I hired you, buddy. I'm more.
I am
God,
so
I know
excited.
exactly what this is.
So Frederick, you pick it up. And it is a glass figurine of a lizard with wings. You think? Maybe?
It exists?
However, wait on. You know exactly what this is.
It's a dragon!
And here's the thing. As soon as you hold this figure in your hands, it kind of does the same thing as the spoon. That it's a little bit warmer than you expect it to be.
Oh, yeah.
Not by all that much, but it is a glass dragon figurine.
Oh. I hold it preciously to my chest and I shall never part with it.
Okay.
What
does it mean?
It could mean that
that there's dragons in the dungeon, or it could mean that people brought dragon figurines into the dungeon, and there could be other dragon figurines. What if it's a whole treasure, a whole cave of treasure, but it's all dragons?
Shall we explore further?
Yes.
Excellent.
I take the chair and I start charging further into the dungeon with the dragon.
Oh, my young lord.
So
And I go running after them in my 40-year-old man body.
Well, you probably walk at a normal pace, because I'm just looking with a 5-year-old
'Cause I get-
baby dwarf legs. I'm just like,
you're probably a foot tall, maybe like a foot and a half.
I
A
want to
baby
be
dwarf,
a foot,
like
absolutely. I'm no taller than a foot. I can't quite read chat, so if you guys like.
wait, I found the dragon in the dungeon. Thanks,
Yay.
Hector.
But it's not a wheel dragon.
But it's
It's a
still
glass
a
dragon.
glass.
I want to find the wheel dragon.
The wheel wagon. So the two of you spend several hours navigating through this dungeon and its winding caverns. To be honest, you're not really so sure what the hype and the rumors were about. It's more of a cave than a dungeon. Stalagmites that reach with varying degrees of enthusiasm to their partners above. Water of an undeterminate source dribbles down from the walls and puddles at your feet, sometimes otherwise into still bodies of water beneath you. And the occasional muffled clap of a dummy thick bat just minding its own business into your ears.
I'm sorry, what?
But eventually you stumble upon a large chamber.
Rewind.
Is a dummy
Okay.
a dummy thick bat?
Because
Yeah, okay.
it's really loud, and you can hear it, and because it's beautiful.
I didn't put the not safe for work sensor on my channel, by the way. This is an
Dummy
all-age...
thick is
Okay, so I'm writing down bats.
dummy thick bat.
Dummy thick bat, which
But
is my
eventually-
new rapper name.
Eventually, you stumble upon a large chamber, larger than you would expect to find at these depths. Picture, the Duomo in Florence, Beryl?
Yeah.
Not just the building, but all of the space and all of the air that's around the building, and the streets that go around, and all of that encompasses that space. That could fit very comfortably in this chamber.
They're talking architecture.
It's large.
For those of you on the chat who are not Hector, the Duomo is a very large cathedral church structure in Florence, Italy, surrounded by a very large, beautiful piazza, and it is quite large.
Since you guys spent a good amount of time navigating this dungeon and did not run into too many other problems, if you would like to include a short rest and use any of your hit die to recover some health, or use any things to make yourselves feel better, please go for it. Or if you would like to stay injured, also go for it.
I'll roll my hit die. What's the... I forget the hit die.
I'm going to finish constructing my level 6 mechanical servant that I, as an artificer, can construct.
And what is your... which mechanical servant do you want?
Which ones can I have? It doesn't say.
Hang on.
I'm assuming I can't have a dragon.
I'm not going to let you have a dragon.
Damn it.
Sorry. Hang on, I emailed it to myself. Let me check.
Okay, I'll accept my glass dragon.
We'll get your glass away.
Just remind me on hit die again.
Hit die, you just during a short rest you can roll as many as you need to, but they only get replenished during a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. Just double checking.
You're
Okay.
not gonna get another short rest if you want to use your hit die.
That's a good call. Yep.
Remind me how to do the hit die? So I should probably.
Hit die, just roll your.
We're just rolling.
You get a total.
Whatever.
You get
roll.
a total
I'm
number
just
of
rolling.
dice that are equal to your level. The type of die is by class. Actually, I can tell you what it is. I have it
That was
right
you.
now.
Yeah, I don't have that written anywhere.
You 1d8 per artificer level.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So you get to roll 1d8.
So that's-
You can roll up to 6, Beryl.
Let's do that. I'll wait till we have the one writing utensil.
So, hope everybody is having a good time while these people are rolling their dice and getting some health back. We're doing a test stream to hopefully be doing some more Dungeons and Dorgans streaming in the future, or at least more tabletop gameplay instead of just being focused on video games. I know we're playing on Steve's channel right now, but we are Rupeethon. We do cool shit, cool stuff.
And yeah, this is also great because we do not have a single capture card in this facility. If I find out any one of you has a capture card, I will be reporting you to the police. But at the same time, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. We have no capture cards today.
We had one, but I think it fried.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like we're not using one today. That's what I mean.
No, I know. Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because I don't want to deal with fussing with like settings of capture cards. Now we're just like,
I mean, we can just download this afterwards too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine.
No, I'm just saying like you
Yeah.
don't need to fuss with settings. It's just like
Exactly.
webcam. That's all we
Webcam
need.
done. Yeah, so cool.
We'll eventually have our full mic setup back again.
Oh my god, one day.
And maybe
In like a
a
month.
lighting rig that we're not accidentally knocking over our lamps.
Yeah, this is a pretty great setup.
Pretty good.
I gotta take another picture before we finish.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
All right.
Awesome.
Doing much better now.
Excellent. Not nearly as bloody than shit.
What mechanical creatures am I allowed to construct?
Oh yes, sorry. Hang on.
Slightly.
Mechanical creatures. Mechanical servant. Select a large beast with a challenge rating of 2 or less. So should have done this
Challenge
earlier.
rating 2.
Yeah, hang on.
I'm just debating, like, are we
wait,
talking
shit,
like
is this-
Harry Potter familiar size? Are we talking
Well, that's
like
no, like there's a I'll let you pick from stuff back here.
big
Actually, you have
black dog size?
hang on a second.
If any of you are following along in the PHP at home, please
Yeah.
feel free to suggest what animals I can create.
Yeah, exactly. We'll take votes for who Beryl can.
Yes.
Is there a better chart
I want to
for?
scroll up. I need chat to also tell me what kind of hat I'm wearing.
Large beast can be a not dummy thick bat, a brown bear,
Oh
a constrict. No,
It's a bear.
constrictor snake. I
It's
mean,
all
you
a
can
bear.
you can pick any. It's just
no, it's a bear.
A
All right,
panther
it's not
or a
my
hermit
bear.
crab
excellent. Okay,
suggested.
What?
A panther or a hermit crab was suggested.
a panther or a hermit crab
Or a hermit panther or a crab.
or a bear crab.
bear crab panther.
Bear crab panther. Oh god, this is turning into some horrible Full Metal Alchemist.
Evan, you want
I'm
an
turning into
owl
Shark Tucker
bear?
at this point.
Do you want a reef shark?
Well, how does that work
I don't know.
on land?
It's fucking magic. I don't know. There's water on the floor.
Oh man, a shark or a bear? How big is the hermit crab? Depends on a giant hermit crab. No, I think for the purposes of, let's go with shark because it's the closest to a dragon, and we'll say it's a magical floating swimming shark,
All right, cool.
and it floats
So,
at like my height off the ground.
all right, so your mechanical servant.
Yes.
It understands language, or it understands what you say, but it cannot speak. It has dark vision. It's immune to poison.
Oh yeah, I have
Can't
all
be
that stuff here. I
charmed.
just
Oh, you
don't
have all that written.
I
Oh,
have all
okay,
that
right. Okay, so if you want the here's the shark stats.
Okay.
Shark stats.
Okay, chat. I need a name for my pet shark.
Also, hi, Chrissy.
Hi,
Lord.
Chrissy. Chrissy.
Oh,
I
Graham.
need a name of one of ours for my pet shark.
Graham says he hopes its name is Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza the shark.
Pizza doesn't have any R's on it.
Pizza shark.
No, Pete. That's Pepper.
Peppa.
Pepper.
Peppa.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to name it Pepper.
I could name the shark Pepper, but if you come up with any names that you think are better than Pepper, I shall name
Rodriguez, the reef shark.
Rodriguez the reef shark.
Rodriguez. Yes. Okay. Winner. Rodriguez the reef
Good
shark.
lord. Oh man.
And for those of you keeping notes at home, that's Rodriguez spelled W-O-D.
E.
W-I-G-U-E-Z.
So,
Rodriguez the reef shark.
congrats on your reef shark.
Thank you.
But just, young Ward, I just need to discuss with you. I hope nearly getting absolutely murdered to death in a dark cave
Just
far away
while
from
you're
society.
talking, I'm just like holding this shark up to you, like I'm so fucking proud of it. And it's just flopping back and forth, like.
I'm so proud of you, but I hope that this encounter of almost being murdered by two goopy cubes has not deterred you from a career in science. There are so many other things out there that could possibly kill you that you could explore.
Why would I don't.
Onward and upward, let's go.
So as
This is the thing that's happened to me in my whole life.
not your whole husband, your whole life.
Are you kidding? We've been out here for like less than an hour, and I already found a dragon. This is the best day ever.
It has been a bit more than an hour. It's been several hours, in fact.
It's been 1.5 hours. Whatever. It's been less. It's been less than a long rest, and I already found a dragon. So it's pretty cool.
It's been an hour. We got almost killed by cubes. We built a shark, and we found a dragon.
So
I take my shark and my dragon, and we continue.
Just like under one arm.
Just under one arm we got a shark, and under the other arm we got a dragon.
So much like the rest of the cave, it is very wet in here. Instead of rocks that are dripping from one plane to another, there's globules of water. Water. And they drop with an unexpected weight into an open field. There's natural pedestals, none more than a few inches taller, that litter the center of the space. As you look around the peripheries, you see that they rise up as it moves away from the center, eventually suggesting that these may have once been stalagmite and stalactite pairs. The slap of the liquid against the ground is stark compared to the quietness that your ears have grown accustomed to. As your eyes move up to the very determinable source of the drip, it takes you a moment to discern in the dim light. But there's a giant fucking gelatinous cube in the ceiling suspended above you. Wow! What do you do?
Oh.
I'm retiring.
Wait, Professor, wait. I'm assuming it's not a good science thing to do if I shoot the cube.
Now, let's think in terms of experimental design. What would be your control? Not shooting the cube. Let's wait for 5 seconds and not shoot the cube.
While you two are talking, roll perception.
I can't read these. That's a...
Yes, we did find it.
I got 14.
Where was the banner?
The what?
The banner. We found
Oh, it
it.
was in the basement.
Yay!
The whole time.
Of course.
9.
14.
14. Excellent. Okay, so you're a little too distracted chastising your poor student for getting too excited about shooting gelatinous cubes. However, you're really not too much into it. You're not really actually listening all that much. And you continue to just look around this room, and you notice directly across from where you walked in is a giant door.
Oh.
Like, think of, like, the way I describe the proportions of this space and how large it is, something that is, like, proportionately, like a 30-foot fucking door. Really, really big. And the door itself is flanked by these 2 columns of light. It looks entirely tangible in this otherwise kind of dank, musty, kind of, not totally dark, but a dim space. And there are 2 cubed boulders that are suspended within the light.
Sorry, can you run that by me one more time?
Professor, it's a save point.
Boulders that are in the shape of cubes.
Okay, just making sure I understood.
Not more gelatinous cubes.
Okay, just
regular
rock cubes.
Hi.
Just cubes.
Foley's can help me DM now.
So the gelatinous cube is suspended in the ceiling right above us, like
Yes.
in the center of this atrium?
Yes.
Okay. Is it stuck to the ceiling?
It's like
Or it's, like,
sitting on.
floating?
It's sitting on like a very kind of dubious looking structure.
Ugh.
But we are far away from the door. We need to cross at least...
You will need to go under the cube to get to the door.
Right, we can't go like slightly around the cube, right?
I mean, you could. It's not going to really change. You can get to the door without having to worry about the cube. I will give you that much. You look. Roll investigation.
I was going to also roll stealth just to see.
No, give me investigation first.
Investigation? Sure. 15.
15? Okay, so you're looking up at the structure that the cube is sitting on, and you're able to determine that it's definitely sound enough. It's not like if you walk under it, it's all of a sudden going to break. Everything still seems sound. It's clearly been up there for a while, but it's also like just you passing under it that it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Something would have to be triggered in order to get it to come down.
I mean, this area seems to be strangely prone to earthquakes, so I have some concerns.
I agree. We should not go under the gelatinous cube. He will stand there for 5 seconds.
I'll just ponder.
What if one of us attempts to shoot one of the cubes on the other side?
One of the boulder cubes.
One of the regular cubes.
That is a good idea. What if one of us...
Or I let Rodriguez swim out underneath the cube and we see what happens.
I can shoot an arrow at one of the cubes, or we can position ourselves on either side so we can flank the cube. Or we can group together and take on the cube together in one spot.
This is a good plan. No, I think flanking the cube is a good idea.
Just in case.
So I let Rodriguez go, and I kind of let Rodriguez. I think it's technically not supposed to be allowed out of water because it says can only breathe underwater.
I will allow you this. I will allow an air-breathing, air-swimming shark.
He's just floating. It's
a mechanical. It's also not a real shark. It's a mechanical creature.
I made a goddamn flying shark. I also just want to point out on the other page in the book, it does say pseudo dragon as a potential creature.
Does it?
Point that out.
Oh, I missed that.
But I'm also very happy with Rodriguez.
Oh, good.
So I let Rodriguez go from under my arm, and he floats, and I say, stay! And I go and I start walking away from you to flank the cube. And I pull out my thunder cannon.
Alright, fully my heart, sorry.
So you're going to hit the cube, or
and
are you
I
going to
carefully place my glass wagon. Can I just, put it in my sack, and it will be safe?
You can put it in your sack.
I'm going to put it in my backpack most carefully. And wrap it in something.
Your satchel?
I take my hat off and I put the dragon in the hat. And I put the hat very carefully in my bag. And then I go and march away.
Cool. Sounds good.
Rodriguez has a secret compartment, specifically the right size for glass dragon statues.
No, that's even better. Rodriguez is powered by a dragon. There's a compartment in Rodriguez with the exact cutout of the shape of this dragon here.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. What are you doing again?
We're flanking the gelatinous cube that has not yet fallen from the ceiling.
Okay.
Are you
Rodriguez,
going
I have left in place. I have the dragon. I'm going to say I have the dragon. And then I walk away and go kind of to another face of the cube.
Okay.
The gelatinous cube?
The gelatinous.
Or the stone cubes?
I think we're on opposite sides of the gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're closer to the door now.
So I'm closer to the door.
What are you doing?
Do you want me to shoot an arrow at the cube and you hit the other cube at the same time?
Yeah, I kind of look at you and point to one of the cubes that are nearby and sort of nod enthusiastically.
The bond of science.
And I go and you do it, and I take my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to shoot it at the same time? I do this?
Yeah. To time it perfectly, do we need anything special, or can we just say I shoot it as she goes to swing?
First things first. This cube is going to be too far away for you to hit with your
am I not
quarterstaff.
tall enough?
You are too short for this fight.
Aww.
You do. That is not the only weapon that you have, though. Let me remind you.
True. I take out my light crossbow, and we do.
Your thunder cannon has like a 300-foot range.
That's true. I consider my crossbow momentarily, and then go back to the thunder cannon. Because I got no chill. All right, let's do this.
Let's see if we hit
Roll. Give me. Okay, roll your ACs.
Wait.
You're attacking. You're attacking the stone. Like, what do you do? You're attacking the stone cubes, right? Or are you attacking the?
Yeah, we're hitting them with stuff.
Okay, what are your ACs?
16.
18.
Roll dexterity, both of you.
Dexterity. I'm a ranger. I could do that. 10.
9. We're gonna die.
So you definitely don't hit them at the same time. Sorry, what was your attack again?
What?
What was your attack roll?
Oh, I'm shooting it with the thunder cannon.
Yeah, what was your attack roll? When you rolled your d20, what was
13, 20.
20, okay. So, the one that you hit, just, it smashes into bits. as soon as your ammo hits it. Frederick, you see a couple of chunks come out of the one that you hit. Not quite there yet, but it's still floating in the air. However, when the crumbles of rock that are left from your boulder Wadar drop to the ground and drop to the base of this pedestal, and you notice that as they hit the ground, they stop for a second, and then they sink.
Into the light?
As if there is a panel that was weighted down by the rocks that just dropped on top of it. And as this happens, you hear a very deep, gurgling, creaking noise come from above your head. But that's it.
Also, Chrissy and Hector, I'm not quite sure what's going on in the webcam. I think it's not so much auto, it's actually just freaking out because it's an old webcam. It could be
talking
that.
about the light? I can't see that from here.
It keeps flickering on your camera.
Oh, I mean, the ghost might just be hanging out. That's always a possibility.
It's either some auto setting, but I didn't set it to auto, and I'm surprised the other one's not doing it, but it's also like, oh god, I got that for Rupeethon too.
I was going to say, you brought that down before, and I almost thought it was like a webcam that I had in like
I'm going to attempt
high school.
Yeah, that's old.
a slight adjustment.
It's a very old webcam. So it could be that.
I mean, it might just be the auto whatevering.
Let's try it.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out because they were talking about that. We're actually discussing what people were bringing up.
So it looks like
I was going to say the important things for this actual test stream.
panel that can be compressed below these glowing pillars.
Roll investigation. Wait on.
What's intelligence, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah. 10.
10. Okay, so you do notice that there is another one of these panels below the other column.
So is it like the column itself, and then there's the panel like underneath the column, or it was like in the top of the column underneath the cube?
It's a column of light. It's not. It's not like a tangible column.
Gotcha.
It just looks like it because all of the light is concentrated.
So they both got glowing. They both the base of the glowing columns have pads that can be compressed.
Yes.
Like Estelle went from one camera to the other.
I have two theories, Professor. Eva.
Oh God, Chrissy.
What does Chrissy say?
Just typing comments on her PS4 controller, girl.
Oh my God, dedication. I have two theories, Professor.
Let's hear your theories.
I propose that I either jump on one of these pads, or perhaps the spoon or the dragon is weighted. Because there's two things that we pulled out of the two cubes, and there's also two columns of white. And
there's two of us.
And there's also two of us.
And there's two cubes. No, there's only one cube in the room. But it could be split into two cubes.
It could be split into two cubes. However, I am concerned, Professor, that if one of us steps onto these pads and the light goes out, then the cube is then going to smush us.
The gelatinous cube or the
regular cubes? The regular cubes.
Cubes.
But I also don't want my dragon to get smashed. So.
That is a good point. So, her cube was not completely destroyed, right? It was.
No, she smashed hers entirely. It's rocks and it's rubble on top of the. So the rubble dropped onto the panel and pushed it down.
A little bit.
It pushed it down. It's down.
Oh,
the panel is down.
So
on that side.
But nothing else happened.
Boulder then?
No, there was a creaking noise from above your head.
Maybe the thunder cannon's too loud. Well. And I look at the cube. And I look at the gelatinous cube. And I look at Rodriguez. And I shoot the thunder cannon at the cube.
The rock cube or the gelatinous cube?
The cube. The rock cube.
There's too many cubes.
I appreciate the confusion.
There's a whole two cubes.
Anyways.
I'm still not sure how the spoon plays into all this. But we shall figure it out.
Roll your attack.
Oh no. Why do I have to keep looking at this number? I just can't retain it.
It's a stationary object.
It's-
How high can its
Where's
ACB?
my attack?
I mean, it's also a rock.
That's true.
11.
11.
Yeah.
All right. So because I fucked this up last time, you do not quite hit it.
Dang it.
You could try again if you want, though.
We just keep going. You know what? We're
Sure.
gonna toss an arrow in there. Let's see what happens. I mean, I got like a 17 at the end of the day, right?
17. Yeah, you got a 17 at the end of the day. Roll damage for me.
Chrissy says death by cube. 2 hours later.
Yeah.
7.
That's fine. You hit this cube before. You hit it again. Also, because I didn't make you roll damage last time because I forgot. Oops. Well, you smell. Yeah, you hit this cube, and as your arrow manages its way, as it lands in a crack that's already in the stone shatters, and the rocks drop onto the panel. Where are you guys standing right now?
I would say
I mean, I have a range of 600 feet, as you said, so I didn't have to
300,
move.
300
feet. So I didn't have to move from near the first pillar. I probably got, like, let's say 10 feet away from the first pillar and shot the first cube, and then I just didn't move and just aimed for the other one.
Where you?
I'm kind of directly away from everybody on the other side of the cubes.
Are any of you directly underneath the gelatinous cube that is above the ceiling?
No. We were very careful about that.
Your shark is also not under there?
I told one of you guys to stay.
Excellent, because as soon as that panel settles, you hear one more gurgle, and then a snap, 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 and a gelatinous cube just boom! Lands on the floor in front of you.
The exit's to my back, right?
Hmm?
The exit's to my back, right?
The exit is to your back, that is correct.
And I have all my
However-
applications.
However, roll intelligence.
Oh god, I'm so dumb.
We're both really dumb the way this is going.
6!
Nailed it!
It's a gelatinous cube.
Wow! Astonishing theory, Professor!
Wait, can I roll investigation to see if there's anything in this gelatinous?
Yes, you can roll investigation.
I have played Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, wait.
I'll roll
Wait a
investigation
second.
as
Wait,
well.
goddamn second. Oh,
10.
what did I say?
10, okay, let's see what you get.
10!
You guys are starting to sink. It's scary. So you take a look at this cube, and you have a panicked moment that this is going to just stop and attack you and slurp you up inside because of the gelatinous cube. But as you stand there, nothing really happens, and it's still, other than the vibrations that are moving through it from it having just dropped from the ceiling. And as you are looking and trying to figure out what is going on with this cube, you do notice that there is something inside the very center of it. Because you both got a 10, you cannot quite discern what it is. Looks a little long. That's about it.
How big is this cube again?
Hang on a sec, I think I wrote a number down.
I'm assuming it's bigger than either of us can stick our arms into.
It is 25 feet tall, 25 feet
Okay.
wide, 25 feet deep.
Okay, so we don't have anything long enough to poke it.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Both
We
of
just
you.
did that!
No, you did investigation.
Sorry, I was reading
something
Hector's
else.
comment.
Oh,
What did you ask us to do?
yeah. Perception.
Perception.
I mean, so long as you're not looking a little like
10
child, then fine, Hector.
again.
19.
19. Excellent. So, wait, you are still transfixed on the cube and trying to figure out
Yeah.
what is inside this thing. In the meantime, roll. Just give me another investigation since I said that. Frederick, you on the other hand notice that in the dropping of the cube and of the disturbance of the shaking and the rumble, that there was some other shit that fell and some other rocks and things that moved around, and there are two cannon-looking things. They look a little bit like Wade's thunder cannon. You're not really proficient in
But they're
like bows and
small?
arrows. No, they're a bit bigger than what Wadar has. Wadar is probably something like this. It is much larger than Wadar is. I don't know how
Yeah, it
much
is.
bigger
It's
it
an
is.
actual gun, okay.
It's an actual like.
I'm an artificer. It's collapsible.
It looks. It's It's
I am Iron Man.
it's like an open the like a cannon sliced in half. Like you see the top of it, and they're both pointed at the cube. From the sort of the corners of the room.
Oh, okay. I thought they came.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought there was like part of the whole action of it falling down, like they came with it. Okay.
Sort of. It was more that like the disturbance caused other things to move away, and all of a sudden they were revealed.
Oh, so there are guns pointed at the
Cube.
Huh.
So you asked me to roll again?
Yeah, investigation.
19.
19.
Yeah.
It's a sword. And you remember thinking some of those rumors that you heard, going back to a rare relic with mysterious powers. And the people, for the most part, people couldn't decide what the actual relic was, but there were a few people that were like, yeah, it's a sword. It's totally a sword. It's gotta be a sword. So there was someone that thought it was a knife. There was someone that thought it was like a toothpick, but it's rings a couple of bells in your head.
And the sword is like dead center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Inside the cube.
Inside the cube.
Professor, it's a sword.
And there are guns.
Oh. Okay. I can hear all the DMs in our life crying out like, why can't my players communicate like
We are scientists. Wait, can you tell me a little bit about how these guns work? These.
You pull that twig out.
Roll. Intelligence.
Do I not know how guns work?
No. Just you know how they work. I'm just. This is more if you can figure them out because it's not exactly like your cannon.
17.
Okay, so you go over and you take a look at these cannons. Like I just said, they are not exactly like yours, but because you are an artificer and because you are you're a tinkerer and you know how to make things and do things, you can piece together how these cannons work. So what you have to do is you have to take a piece of ammo, presumably with some of the rocks that are around here.
Yeah.
Load it into the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Slide it back. At the back of the cannon is a dial with a wheel, and you have to spin that and crank it up, and just crank it until the tension is pulled tight enough, so that when you let it go, the rock goes into the gelatinous cube.
Okay.
And then the sword, just by process of elimination here, the sword should come out the backside of the cube.
And then the rock will be stuck in the cube.
But we don't care about the rock.
We do not care about the rock. Let's do it!
Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
So, I make my way over to the rubble that we kind of created from the smashed up cubes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess I'd look for a
Wait!
ammo-sized cube.
Wait!
Or
While you're doing that, I have an idea.
my young lord.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry, run that by one more time. I can't hear you. That
I don't know why I'm whispering. Like it really.
I'm very into radical approaches in our
no
field.
idea.
Good God.
You know what? Let's try it. Experimentation.
Our time here is short, and we just want to.
Speaking of what time
We'll publish the results.
Okay. I stand by the cannon and I kind of tap the top of the cannon and I go, Rodriguez! And I get Rodriguez to swim through the air up to me and I load Rodriguez very carefully into this cannon. I want to test my hypothesis that if leaf sharks can swim into ice cubes.
All right. So first thing that I need you to do, once, hang on, let me. Yeah, once this is loaded.
Hang on, I need to get my bullshit detector for this.
No, you're shooting your shark into the gelatinous cube.
Goddamn gelatinous cube.
Okay. Okay. So you load Rodriguez, Rodriguez, excuse me, into the cannon.
Yes,
and you go back to the dial and start turning it.
Yes.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, you're very strong for a small
I
baby dwarf.
apparently am.
I'm gonna get a dwarf.
19.
Oh, damn. All right, cool.
I'm
So
sorry, what do you do with your mechanical shark toys?
all right. So, yeah, you shoot this cannon. Let me think about this for a second. And you aim it directly at. It's aimed already directly at the sword and at the center of the cube.
Yeah.
And you wind it up, and you feel like you're getting close, and you're like, yeah, this is it. This is great. I'm like getting to the end of it, but all of a sudden your fingers slip. But Rodriguez shoots off directly into the cube, and goes almost all the way through the cube.
Oh no.
But not quite.
No!
Rodriguez is stuck in the cube.
No! Rodriguez!
However, yeah, Rodriguez is stuck in the cube.
Can
R.I.P.
Rodriguez swim?
Can Rodriguez give me a strength check?
Yes! Hey man, he's got stats! Oh, no. It's not gonna go well. 6.
6. No, Rodriguez stays in the same spot. However, the sword has moved one space closer to the edge of the cube.
What if we motivate Rodriguez by song? Babies. Sorry.
There are still. May I remind you?
Professor!
There are still plenty of rocks and still another cannon.
That's ridiculous. Can you make another mechanical animal to fire into this cube?
I shall make a bear!
Yeah, I'll load in.
Hold on, I need another shot.
Wait, so there's. You said there was 2 guns on either side, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good because we don't want to hit one weekend with a lock. That would be bad.
But we don't want to also have the sword go back to its original position.
That's also true. Well, I mean, I assume that's not really possible because I don't know why I'm talking this way. If the cube's sitting on the ground and you're shooting cannons diagonally upwards into this thing, they're not really gonna. There's none of them pointing back down at the other cannon. You'd have to have.
I wasn't sure of the position, but
science.
what if we just fire them both at the same time for shits and giggles?
You mean from opposite sides?
Yes. Where we just squeeze the
just
cube.
and pop the sword out the top?
Yeah.
Let's try it!
Alright. So we load up our we load rocks into each gun.
Okay.
And then we
do a strength
check.
You're both winding up each of your cannons.
I got 11.
13.
Alright, so this was a little bit more difficult the second time around. You really had no idea what you were getting into, but just giving it a go.
It's got
anyways.
a dial.
And as you were both winding them up, you let go at approximately the same amount of time. And both of these rocks go flying into the cube. They don't make it quite as far as Rodriguez does, but they still make a pretty sizable dent. And as you see the rocks settle, you see the cube start to jiggle a little bit. And then all of a sudden, the sword pops out the other side.
I like the fart noise.
Thank you. I thought it was a
It
good
really
addition.
sold me. I my immersion was like solidified right there. Help! I'm trapped in this fantasy world.
I was
Please
hoping
help.
I was hoping it would be a little bit more gelatinous than that, but
I was
that's okay.
transported. I run to retrieve the sword!
You run to retrieve the sword.
We'll also run to retrieve my charter.
Oh, good plan. Well, we will take a quick
Professor, where are you
break
going?
for the charger.
We'll take
to
a
be
break so Beryl
retrieved.
can lean over and actually read chat.
Yes. Sharknado is very different from what I remember. Oh, Chrissy. I've only known Wayne off Roderick and Rodriguez for 5 minutes, but if anything happens to them, I will die. I love you, Chrissy.
I like to imagine that this is one of many, many, many short, wonderful science quests they still have together.
Probably. That would make sense.
I don't know how this would go.
A very dragon-oriented, very dumb version of the Scooby-Doo.
You don't have a Great Dane. You have a reef shark.
I'm sorry, a weef shark.
A reef shark.
Alright, so I'm
We
gonna,
talk me Rodriguez, not movie new.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be slightly more friendly with you now, apparently, because I need to move over for my cable. So don't.
Hello.
Hi.
This is appropriate because we are growing clover.
It's symbolic.
Yes.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
We got like conveyor belts underneath each character's like chairs, so
So you're just like slowly moving closer.
Slowly
You don't
crossing
notice
the
over
line.
the course of the night.
you piss them off, it's like immediately just like shoves you into a
Oh my
wall.
god. So,
You go off camera.
as the sword pops out with that terrible dumb farting noise, all of a sudden, you realize, as you were looking at this gelatinous cube, that the sword may have been what was holding this cube together.
I have questions, but please go on.
The sword pops out, and the cube just starts to slouch and spread out, and all of a sudden the ground is just covered in
Melting
Slurp.
gelatinousness.
It's just kind of sticky and wet and gross, and now you're working on some difficult terrain, but that's...
Can Rodriguez swim better now?
Rodriguez kind of floats down with all of the goop
Okay.
and lays there for a second. And it like shakes his tail and like looks around and kind of gets up, pops back into the air, and starts swimming. And Rodriguez-
Yes!
It's a shark! But so as this is happening, and as you go over to, as you are processing this happening, you hear the sound of the door across the way opening up, and as if almost out of nowhere, a dragonborn appears in front of you, and they're tall and they're big and they're kind of dusty looking and like they've been in this cave for a long time, and they're looking at you excitedly, and they say, "Oh my god. You got my sword out. Oh my god, thank you so much. How did you do that? That was amazing." And reaches and starts to go for the sword.
Who's closest to it? We're both pretty close to it.
Rodriguez. I'm sorry. Rodriguez is closest to it.
That's true. Rodriguez! Rodriguez clips a sword in his wonderful metal teeth. And brings it back to me, because he's a good pet shark.
No, I'm sorry. I've been down here a long time. I've had a really hard time figuring out how to get my sword back. I'd really appreciate it if I could just have it back.
Who are you?
Please. Look, my name is Moyop, and I've been down in this cave. I lost my sword to that giant cube, and all of a sudden it went up into the ceiling, and then it was gone, and I'm not really sure what to do. And I would just really like my sword back because that's all that I've been here for.
Were you hiding spoons down here?
Spoons?
We found a spoon.
I don't know anything about spoons.
What my young ward is trying to say is, the spoons, yes. Don't tell them about your dragon.
I mean, there hasn't been a dragon down here in centuries. I don't know what you're talking about.
I look really disappointed.
But as you see this dragon sort of losing its composure, it looks like you see like the goop kind of dripping off of it, and like it doesn't really look. It looks like it has some goop on it, and it kind of shakes it off.
Can I roll a perception check on him to see if I can see, or investigation?
What is your goal? What are you looking for? And what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to see, is he a man of science? Can I tell if I'm trying to see if he's like an adventurer, or like, I don't know how, I'm trying to be more specific.
Like, is there something, I'm just trying to determine what.
Does he have other weapons on him?
Roll investigation.
That was bad. I don't like it.
Can I? I'll let you resolve this first.
13.
You don't see any other weapons. It does. You don't see any other belts. You don't see anything else.
Okay.
Can I possibly roll history on the idea of any knowledge of a dragonborn being inside the cave, or any sort of
sure. Yeah.
legends
Go
on
for
this,
it.
of
Yeah.
this sort?
Yeah. Give me
Sure.
history.
That's a good idea.
History.
We're educated people.
It's a plus.
Well, one of us
3.
is. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But it's only one of us.
11.
One of the rumors that you did hear was about a dragon being in this cave, but it was from some like old person someone who was really old, like a really old elf or a really old, someone like a race that lives for a very long time.
Raisins!
They were very raisins! And so they were very insistent that there at one time there was a dragon that was down in this cave and it lived down there. And that's why nobody goes there, but that's...
I'm gonna roll one more check.
What do you...
Because I have a special... I mean, it is a history check, so it doesn't really matter. But I have stone cunning.
But what are you...
And that means I can check... it's intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework.
Okay, what are you using it for, though?
I don't know.
Then
whatever.
Then you
he rolled history already, I think. We know everything.
If you were trying to determine like where a stone came from or what kind of stone it was or how old it was, I would let you do that.
I need to know about that.
So yeah, there is a rumor of a dragon, but you didn't hear anything about Dragonborn being down here.
I see. And how long have you been down in this cave?
I'll be quite honest, I lost track of time a long time ago. I would just really like my sword, please. I haven't had it for a long time. Please.
And you didn't think to leave the cave for help in getting your sword back?
Lots of help came through and didn't quite make it back out.
Do you want to come outside with us?
No, I just want my sword.
I don't. When I kind of hide behind this guy creeps me out.
And Waduigas has the sword right now?
Waduigas has the sword, and I am
the
holding
rifle, right?
Waduigas under my arm.
You hold him by the tail and swing him around. Okay.
Or I'm holding,
What do we want to do?
I don't see why we shouldn't give him the sword, really. I mean, other than being a fucking weirdo. We just get general weirdo. Can we do a general weirdo check?
You can do it.
Check?
You can if you wanted to see if he's being genuine or like not
or deception
fake.
check.
No, not deception. That would be insight. Would be to see if you're trying to see if he's being a weirdo or not. Insight.
Yeah.
Would be
Does
the
he mean
closest.
us harm?
Let's try that.
Insight.
Let's try some insight.
Who has the better insight?
Ooh. I rolled a 20.
Well, damn. What do you see, Professor? You just
He wants that sword real bad and is not going to let you two leave until he has it.
What's your speed?
Well, I'm tiny. I don't think my speed. I don't know. I could just stop running.
As you two are
thinking on this.
As you two are debating, he reaches forward over to Rodriguez and grabs the sword with one hand.
No.
Give me a. Hang on, let me think about how to do
We had a plan.
We had a plan.
He fricked up our plan.
You fricked it up.
I shoot him with a cannon.
Hang on a second. I think this would be. Yeah, give me a. We're gonna do a strength contest.
Yes.
That's you.
No. Okay.
Wait. Oh,
Actually.
which one is this placing button?
Okay, I do have dots. Okay. It is a 9, not a 6. Sweet! I get 11.
What is Rod? You not you.
Sorry,
Rodriguez.
not me, Rodriguez.
Oh, sorry.
Rodriguez gets a 10.
A 10.
No, an 11. It is an 11. I was right.
Rodriguez tries. Bites down on the sword. And the Dragonborn has a grip around it and starts to pull it out. Roll an attack on the sword. From Rodriguez.
No. Oh, Rodriguez twice. So hard. Oh, sorry. He gets an attack. He doesn't get any kind of attack bonus. It's a 3.
Give it whatever his strength modifier is.
5.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work. So, all of a sudden...
He's a tiny shock.
grabs the sword and holds it above his head.
Oh.
Thought you could get away this time. Takes the sword, smashes it into the ground, and the sword shatters. And as the sword shatters, this light comes out from within it, goes out and about and around the room and comes back into the Dragonborn. Stands there, he takes a deep breath in. And all of a sudden, the goop just starts draining from the side of his face and draining down his body. And no longer is he a Dragonborn, but a gooey wraith with a broken sword. Would you all please roll initiative?
Oh.
I thought that was the end of it.
I knew he was
we got his sword
crazy.
back. That's it, right?
Well, now you gotta fight him! But Rainy is...
Great.
Totally with a fucking weirdo.
8.
Well. Can't find my goddamn attack. To be honest.
It's Dex for initiative.
That's what I'm saying. I was just like, it's just teeny tiny and I can't remember what order things are.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's 11.
11? Steve,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
8.
Okay.
We're slow.
We are slow.
We're not good scientists.
We're men of
slow.
science. We try. What else is...
Oh, can you...
Does Rodriguez have a PhD?
what?
No, obviously he has a master's in marine
Oh.
biology.
Chrissy, I thought you were asking if he had his own, PhD. And I was like, why would the shark have a whole fucking book?
Yes, Rodriguez
God.
is super
Why
meta.
wouldn't he?
Rodriguez is super meta and breaks the fourth wall all the time.
Basically.
Mhm.
Okay,
So,
so I have placed Rodriguez in the, after
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
So to match your...
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say,
yeah.
should I roll for Rodriguez?
No, it's fine. I'll just put him... Unless... you know what? Roll for him. Roll for him.
I should roll for him.
Yeah.
He's got dex. He's got fucking good dex. He's 16.
Oh, shit. All right. Okay.
See, Rodriguez is mad now. He's an angry shark.
Angry shock.
Do-
Sorry.
do-
Angry shark.
All right,
Jaws
cool.
theme. Jaws theme intensifies. the meme, the old meme of Titus from Final Fantasy. It was just Jaws theme.
All right, so...
Stella.
So this wraith is... Silly
A
puppy.
phantom dog head has appeared.
I'm just rubbing. It looks like I'm rubbing my thighs. Also, a dog head pops out.
For newcomers to the stream, it just looks like we're wanking.
Yes.
But
Basically.
it's actually just puppies under the
We're
table.
just all so excited about D&D, you guys.
Joanne
It's
is cute.
great. So, so this guy is going to make one attack on Rodriguez and one attack on Wada
No.
with his broken longsword. That is an 18 against Rodriguez. Oh no, sorry, hang on.
Wow.
That is a 24 against
Woo.
Rodriguez
No.
and a 12 against Wada.
He hits Rodriguez, but not Wada.
Okay.
What are you?
So-
18. AC. What are you wearing?
I'm a dwarf.
It's a dwarf.
I'm also 5. I'm doable. I spend all of my time searching for dragons and tumbling down in the wilderness. Of course I'm durable.
That is 11 slashing damage to Rodriguez.
No.
Oh boy.
We can't kill Rodriguez. Crazy will be very excited.
I mean,
All right,
it's
how about any-
the
yeah,
familiars
he doesn't
always
hit.
the familiars always have to die.
Wada's fine.
Speaking of which, it's Rodriguez's turn.
Oh, he's really mad now.
And the wraith is right in front of him. Actually, the wraith is in front of the two of you.
Oh damn! I should have rolled perception checks for Rodriguez. Anyway, yeah, he doesn't. Hold on. Attack rolls against a creature. Aha! Okay. The shark has advantage on pack tactics. The shark has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the shark's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and isn't incapacitated.
Excellent.
Hey!
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do advantage on attack, and I'm assuming his only attack is to bite.
Yes.
Well, that sucks because that was a 1. So.
I mean, he can also.
Oh god. Oh god. It's
You're
on the floor
really
now.
good at rolling dice,
Hey
Barrow.
man, I was really good the whole time. That was the first time I hit the floor.
Hey man, you're an all-star.
Get your game
I don't
on.
have an attack bonus, so it's just
Attack bonus is going to be the strength, Because it's up for a bite.
8.
8 does not hit.
Yeah.
Rodriguez attempts to make a chomp,
He's trying really hard.
but he didn't try hard enough. Speaking of, it's your turn. It's Wade's turn.
Okay. Wader! Wader is going to shoot him with the cannon.
Ooh.
Ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Hold on. No.
Get your nose out of the dice.
No. That's a 19.
That is a 19 that hits.
Better fucking hit. I thought.
Apologies.
Alright, so D2D6.
No, hit that puppy.
5.
What kind of damage?
Piercing damage.
Piercing damage?
Yeah.
So you see your ammo go into and through the wraith, but it does not appear to affect him as much as you thought it would. Woodwick?
Sorry, I need to double check this because I should have
Yeah,
looked this
go
up
for it.
before
That's okay.
I got here, and I totally did not.
Of all of the things that I also didn't look up before we got started, this is such a test stream. Typical test.
Seeing
Oh no,
as you-
¿qué pasa?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There we
There
go.
we go, okay.
Seeing as I made this character today.
Yep.
Okay. I have Entangle as one of my prepared spells.
Yes, you do.
Oh, snap.
Read it to me.
Get him, Kawama!
Entangle. Entangle. Entangle.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I would like to entangle the wraith.
Please read me the spell description. That's. Read me the spell description.
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into an area of difficult terrain. A creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. Wow, I cannot talk today.
Move.
A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself, and when the spell ends, the conjured plants wilt away. So it's 90 feet range, 1 minute of duration. So
Okay.
like 10
Keep in
rounds.
mind, Wada and Rodriguez
Yes.
are within melee range. So where are you placing it?
So can I place it 85 feet behind?
So that it gets him, but not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't need numbers. Just tell me, just.
Behind him, so he's on the very edge. It's just
Okay.
between
Yes,
them.
we can do that. That is
Okay.
fine. So he is entangled.
Yes. And he has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Right.
And then we might have to too, because if we're in this weird...
No. He placed it so that you guys don't have to.
I know, but if we're still in the melty gelatinous cube, we're already in difficult terrain, right?
But you're not. Like
But we're not
that.
moving.
All that does is it cuts your movement in half.
Okay, that's fine.
Squish.
Yeah, Graham is right. You guys should have brought some of those rusty poles with you.
God damn it! always take the random shit with you.
Yep.
Uh,
All right, is that your move, Frederick?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So what do I have to do? I have to roll strength at the beginning of my turn or the end of my turn? What's
I think
sorry.
as the spell happens,
I had to
when you cast a spell, you must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. So,
17.
and my spell save, it beats my spell save.
damn it!
Excellent.
So he did not get restrained. And then we just have a bunch of vines there. Great.
There's no damage component to that one?
Nope, it's just
Okay.
restrained.
Double difficult terrain.
Cool.
Double difficult.
So yeah, I succeeded in making things harder to move through.
Excellent. How far? Well, I was gonna say you're probably about 15 feet. You were standing close to Wada, right?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, ish. Okay. All right. Well, the wraith is gonna move towards you
Great.
and attack you, and one attack on you and one attack on Wada this time.
I rolled to pee myself.
That would be a Constitution.
If you crit,
I got a 17, by the way.
if you crit on Constitution,
I think you're
piss
fine.
yourself.
That is enough that you do in fact hold your bladder and do not piss
Oh
yourself.
no, that's a 17 to like that's like a That's a Niagara
Would
Falls.
you like to piss yourself, Steve? Because if you can do that, that's fine too.
I weaponize it. Sorry.
Weaponize it. All right, so that is a 14 against Wada, and a. I can do math.
Twice again.
17 against Frederick.
Great. You just love to hit. You could have done it the opposite way. It would have been
I
great.
could have, but I didn't.
I'm a very nimble 5-year-old.
So that hits me, yes.
Excellent.
It does in fact harm me
It does harm you.
on my 40-year-old man body.
Your 4-year-old man body. Slashes out again. Oh, well, lucky you.
Great.
That is 5 slashing damage.
Graham says I bet the Wraith hasn't gotten a tetanus shot either.
That's why I said the poles. You guys didn't bring the poles.
I know. I didn't hear the tetanus joke.
Okay. It is.
Do we have anything that isn't piercing damage?
I have bludgeoning. I don't know if that's. I have nothing that will deal magical damage.
You sure about that?
What's your thunder cannon do?
It's piercing damage.
Oh, is it?
That's only. That was weird to me, but it is piercing damage.
Call.
I can
Think
do-
about the items that I gave you. Call.
Hold on.
Spoon damage.
You want me to throw the glass dragon at you? Hold on.
What kind of avians live in a cave like this?
There is a reason I give you people items.
Throw the spoon at him.
That's ridiculous. But whatever, I'm pissing my pants in fear.
It's Rodriguez's turn.
Why do we get? What tweet the spoon? No, I'm kidding. All right. Rodriguez goes to bite the sword out of his hand.
So,
Because Rodriguez wants it back. He stole his bone and he wants it back.
so he's trying to a strength contest.
Yeah.
He's trying to pull it out of his hand.
Yeah.
All right, strength contest.
Let's do it. Oh no. He's a 1.
Yeah, no, poor Rodriguez. He doesn't need a rusty sword.
He's so bad at fetch.
Nope, that's all. Yep, nope. Rodriguez does not get a sword. Wait off.
Now, wait off. Remember, wait off.
Yes,
He
Professor.
smashed the sword on the ground to get his power. And it came from the cube. Why am I talking like this?
Whoa.
It came from the cube.
This is true.
What if we smash the other objects? Will we become a dragon and a spoon?
Oh. or a race. Oh. Okay. I guess we can try.
That's
it.
just my first thought as a scientist. I didn't study spoons in my academy.
Okay. I don't know what kind of turn.
Spent too
that
much time on
is.
forks.
It's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm conscious. I've said the dragon is in my backpack, wrapped carefully. How is that going to take my whole turn to extract it? I'm assuming.
No, I'll say that's.
Or if he's on difficult terrain, it might take him a little longer to get to me.
Because normally, if you
Or I'm super cool and I do it with one hand behind my back like it's a fucking katana and I pull this dragon.
I was gonna say because you also don't have to like completely unravel it. Like if you're still, you know where it is, but you know it's in your hat. Like
Yeah, just pull
okay, if
the
you just
hat out and I pull it from the hat and I and I throw it. Because I've been listening to The Lonely Island today, I threw it on the ground!
First thought I had.
Thank you!
give me 1 second to finish looking something up real quick.
Hey,
And before
Siri.
I do, I look at it really sadly and I go, I'm so sorry, Dwayne, and I throw it on the ground.
Hey Siri,
right.
how do I retcon in 4 more rides?
As you take this dragon. You take it still wrapped up sort of in your hat and in your things. You're not really thinking too hard about it, but you're just thinking about the smashed sword and the smashed items inside the cubes.
Yeah.
And you take it and with that little bit of hesitation, just smash it onto the ground, and you hear the shattering of the glass first. But as soon as that sound disappears, another one takes its place. That's a bit more like a furnace and a fire that is starting to burn, and the light that is very similar to what came out of the sword comes out of this space, and as you blink your eyes, all of a sudden there is a fucking dragon in front of you.
I start screaming my little 5-year-old head off.
Correction! There is a very confused dragon in front of you. I'm gonna roll it into initiative. Oh boy. Actually, wait, let me see what this thing's dex is. Oh my god.
I want to hug it, but I can't move because my little boots are stuck in the jelly.
I mean, it's a large dragon and it is very close to you, but it is, that is your turn.
Oh my god.
Frederick, what's up?
I'm going to take the spoon and do the same thing, because I want to summon a giant fire-breathing spoon.
Chat, you have until the dragon's turn to name the dragon.
Okay, you're gonna throw the spoon.
You better believe.
Strike check for the spoon throw, or? How?
You throw the spoon, this is your turn.
Yes.
You throw the spoon on the ground. Nothing really. It glows a little bit when it hits the jelly. And you see the jelly kind of like sizzle a little bit. But the spoon does not break. The spoon does not do anything other than glow and make the goop on the floor sizzle.
I just picture it sticking into the jelly, like handle up.
Well, this has been fun. I'll see you guys later.
So, speaking of, it is the dragon's turn.
Connor would like to know, what color is the dragon?
Oh, very
Ooh,
important.
what color is the dragon? This is a silver dragon.
Oh, I don't believe.
Theodore Pizza, the dragon.
Theodore Pizza.
Theodore Pizza, the dragon. Because of the way that you threw the dragon, the first thing in its line of sight is the wraith. Which is a bit terrifying, since all of a sudden, who knows where this dragon was before, who knows where he was going before, but there's somebody in front of him holding a short, rusty sword. So he's going to attack the wraith. Jesus, dragons are a lot. And doesn't hit it. So, but as it doesn't hit, it flies up into the ceiling and starts circling around. And now it is the Wraith's turn. The Wraith is very confused by a very large dragon that has just kind of seemingly come out of nowhere, although it is out of reach. So what it's going to do is it is going to make an attack on one on Wada, and one on Frederick. Wada. Wada. That is a 21.
Oh, damn it, that hits.
By the way, that is a 13.
Woo! I survived.
Alright.
I'm just sitting with my like thin leather armor, like
I would say thin leather when he just misses you like straight through your under your arm.
Wada, you take 8 slashing damage.
Hey, Folgers, McWolgers.
And now it is Rodriguez's turn.
Okay.
Rodriguez, you have the opportunity.
Okay. I'm gonna just... Sword didn't work. I'm just gonna attack its face.
Alright, cool. Roll attack.
Oh,
Roll that again.
Oh.
He went to chop school.
21.
Yup. You good. Roll some damage.
Yes. Okay. What do I roll? There's no damage. Oh no, wait. Bite. Here we go. Melee weapon. Alright.
1d8 plus 4?
1d8. Where's my d8?
Oh.
11.
11. Oh, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Right.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
8
9
plus 2?
plus 2. I'm so sorry. I can read.
Okay, cool.
Go.
Great.
Now it is Wade's turn.
Rodriguez is now just stuck on his face. His teeth in, doesn't open his mouth, just Rodriguez is on his face. And Wada is going to... He's gonna shoot him with the cannon. I don't know why I'm looking at the sheet. He's gonna fucking shoot him. And it's not gonna go well. That's a plus 3. 11.
Nope. Does not hit.
Phooey.
Okay.
Frederick.
I have 2 options here. One, I could just be boring and attack the right like everybody else when there's a giant fucking dragon flying around. Or I can do what's right and take out my bow and fire a single arrow straight into the spoon that is on the ground. I will break that spoon.
Roll intelligence, for fuck's sake. God.
21.
21? Something is telling you not to break the fucking spoon.
Because there's untold power within it.
You said the spoon was warm!
Fine, I'll attack
You
it.
remembered when it dropped into the goop. It glowed a little bit, and the goop sizzled.
It's a fire spoon. Maybe it's a wand.
Oh, that's
I don't want to
ridiculous.
be too meta here, but it's a wand! Professor! Waved a spoon at him! or start stewing. It's a spoon! Start stewing the goop!
I don't care about the intricacies of magic. I'm a man of science. I'll take my short sword to it instead. I'm just kidding. Yeah, fuck it. I'll pick it up and you know what? I'll actually I'm gonna chuck it forward towards you guys. I'm gonna chuck it at the right.
At me? Or
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna chuck it at the right.
Okay, roll an attack.
You're attacking me?
Hang on. I'm gonna, because I forgot this, so I'm going to implement it now. When the Wraith does its double attack, you have advantage on your attack rolls against it.
Oh, really?
Yes. That is my bad for forgetting before, so go ahead and roll again.
I rolled the same thing twice. No, wait, that's an 8. I rolled an 18 before, so that's a...
Take the higher.
Yeah, it's
18?
18.
Yes. Okay, excellent. You do hit.
Yay!
Roll 1d4 for an improvised weapon. I think plus a d6. Roll 1d4 and a d6.
That's really generous for a wooden spoon. 7.
7. Okay, so you chuck this spoon real good. You miss Rodriguez, even though he's flarping around on this guy's face. And you manage to hit the Wraith. And you watch as when the spoon makes contact, it starts to glow. And the goop that's on the Wraith starts to fizzle. And there's an amount of damage that you think in your head that you would expect this to do. However, the Wraith seems to keel over at this pain, and all of a sudden it is just searing on his side and just like... What was the damage? 7. Did a lot more than you thought it did.
It did all of this damage, which is not a lot, actually. It's a lot of 2s.
Oh, man. Okay.
Speaking of which... Oh no, it's the dragon's turn!
Dragon, I was going to say, I'm very curious about what this dragon is going to do.
Oh my god.
It's just kind of chilled there for now.
What does Chrissy say?
She's gonna talk like way dog.
You and me both, Chrissy. You and me both. It's contagious, the weight of voice.
Oh my god. Alright, so up in the air, you haven't really noticed all that much because it's been sort of out of sight, out of mind as the dragon has been up there, but it's starting to get a little hot. Can everybody roll a dexterity saving throw, please?
Wow.
Oh.
17.
Okay.
18.
Oh, okay. Show me up.
Okay,
Sure.
roll for
I am the
Rodriguez.
professor.
Rodriguez as well, please.
Oh, and Rodriguez. Rodriguez. 15. 16.
Sorry, say that it was
17.
18.
and 16. Okay.
We're good. We're Dexy.
We are very Dexy. I'm a very bouncy dwarf.
That's a lot of die. That's a lot of d6s. That's a lot of.
Oh, how? Oh, that's like 8 d6s. Oh no. We're gonna die.
Roll for key. 2. Shit. That's a lot of 4s.
Okay, so
I pull my hat over my head again so the dragon pin's visible to try and like show the dragon I'm friendly.
so you feel this heat and you have a feeling that you know what is going on. And all of a sudden, a cone of fire just comes spitting from the dragon. It comes rushing down at all of you. Thankfully, you guys are all pretty good at being dexterous. And managed to get just enough out of the way to only take 13 points of fire damage.
Oh.
Only 13, you say?
Oh, I'm dead. Inside. I'm dead.
It's okay, I was gonna say, I was like, no, you're not. Shut up.
Okay.
Emotionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, Rodriguez is down. He's dead. Rodriguez is dead.
What is
okay,
what is
he's a mechanical creature, and I can repair him.
What is Rodriguez made out of?
Rodriguez is made of, it doesn't really say. I've been assuming he's sort of like metal-looking. I've kind of been envisioning him as the fucking shark from, is it like James and the Giant Peach or something as a big metal shark?
With like the spinny jaws.
With the spinny jaws? That's kind of what I'm picturing.
Okay,
like
so it's all metal.
Metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of wood.
May I suggest
kind of
a material though?
Yes.
Beryllium.
I mean, beryllium would be fireproof. Because it's what they make rocket nose comes out of.
Yes, but how are you going to be able to find something on a beryllium in order to make your...
I don't know. I'm an artificer. Magic.
So you see...
So Rodriguez is definitely dead.
You see Rodriguez drop into the goop, and the little decorative pieces of wood kind of singeing in the fire.
No!
He is structurally sound, but he is no longer functioning.
Okay.
Goodbye, Rodriguez. However, you do notice that as Rodriguez falls off of the face of this wraith, that the wraith is not looking good.
The noble sacrifice.
So, speaking of which, the wraith comes over and makes an attack on the both of you.
Great.
Whoo! Does not do that well.
Great.
That is a 7 and a 14.
Against AC?
AC.
No.
I'm good.
You're good? Alright,
good.
cool. Yeah, the wraith, he makes a swipe, but kind of stumbles and his foot gets caught on one of the vines that's on the ground, and he just misses entirely for the two of you. Wada, it is your turn.
Oh, I shoot him in the face! Okay, that one wasn't my fault. That was the groove of the table.
It's because you keep throwing your dice at the groove
Where
of
am
the
I
table.
supposed to throw it, man? I'm trying to throw it on the fabric so it's not loud for the whatever.
But it's the good dice noise. You gotta get the good dice noise.
That's what I'm saying, man. Alright, anyway. It's, plus, it's 12. 12.
Nope.
Dang it.
Frederick?
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my short sword. I guess I'm really close at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're
and I'm
close
gonna activate Piercing Thorns because it's a new combat.
What that?
I have to do damage first, but
Okay.
it's just I put thorns around my sword and I get an extra 1d6 damage at the
Okay,
end.
cool.
But I have to hit him first.
Okay, hit him then.
So I'm gonna swing with my sword.
Swang it.
18.
Yeah, it's...
Cool. So that's 1d8 plus a 1d6 plus 4.
Woohoo.
Yes. Nine.
9.
Boom.
You slash this creature, and as you slash it, the thorns appear on your sword, and they run down the edge of the sword and go jabbing into the wraith, and that last poke, that last stab, The wraith throws its head back, freezes, and then disintegrates into the air. You've solved my D&D puzzle.
No. I won to Rodriguez, and I cradle him, and I look up and I yell at the dragon to come down. What have we named the dragon?
Theodore Pizza.
Theodore Pizza.
Theodore Pizza.
Also Kitten Shark.
Theodore.
From Dirk Gently.
Theodore. Oh, Kitten Shark. Oh, Connor. I love that. Oh my god, I gotta watch the Dirk Gently again.
Can I remind you of one spell that you have?
Which one do I have again?
Something about animals.
Animal Friendship.
What does that actually do?
I think it allows me to work.
Professor, help me talk to the dragon! Help me talk to the dragon! Theodore!
I mean, I can also communicate with friendly creatures to begin with primeval awareness, so...
Well,
I
I'm
don't know if
going...
it's really
Okay,
necessary.
so while we're doing this, I'm going to do a quick mending cantrip. To fix Rodriguez.
Mending.
I'm pretty sure mending works.
No, I think I know you...
It's not a huge deal. I want to reassure our viewers Rodriguez will be fine.
Rodriguez will be fine because you will be able to fix
I can repair
Rodriguez. You will be able to fix Rodriguez.
You can make him
I
stronger.
can make him better, stronger, faster than he was before. Thank you for that.
Anyway, as you are fussing around, this dragon has been decidedly fucking up the ceiling. And has drilled his way out of the ceiling and can go out into the sky, and then the dragon is gone, and then the end of the biostation is over. Congratulations, we just played some D&D.
Yay.
10-20!
Bye. Bye, Dwaggy.
Well, this was an absolute disaster because there's nothing publishable about any of this work.
I'm waving at the dragon. I'm sad about the dragon.
I'm not going to get any more funding because of this.
10 minutes later, Wade's still waving at the dragon, and Frederick's just pacing around him like, motherfucker! Kicking rocks, and kicking gloop around.
And roll credits.
Oh, snap.
Yay.
Connor makes a good point. Maybe the dragon just didn't want to listen to us. The dragon was just mad.
You didn't talk to the dragon.
We were
I
kind
was
of...
screaming at the dragon!
He screamed at it. It was very confused. It was very loud. And the dragon was also being loud and was just up on the ceiling.
That's
so, you know.
I think we're going to chalk it up to the dragon was very mad.
Can we point out the fact that there's now a dragon roaming free in this, like, quiet, peaceful village? Just a fucking
Hey, you don't know where you
dragon.
are. You may have been wandering the woods for like 3 weeks
Why-
until you found this place. I don't know where you are. You're just at a dungeon.
Why do we assume the dragon is going to do bad things? Maybe it's a nice dragon. Even though it did set Rodriguez on fire, but that's okay.
Well, join us next time to figure out what the hell happened to the wild roaming dragon. Just kidding. I'm not writing that.
That'll
Tune
be
in
the
next time for-
post-credit scene of this fucking dragon flying over this tiny village. But
Tune in next time for this dragon baking a cake for everyone.
Tune in next time for the continued adventures of Rodriguez.
The continued adventures of Rodriguez and his 2 idiot caretakers. High five, Frederick. Fuck yeah.
Yay!
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah,
If you enjoyed it, we're going to be doing another Dungeons and Dragons stream some point in December, likely the 20th, I believe. We'll do maybe
Are we
slightly more.
saying things about it? Or are we still
I have
waiting?
no idea because I don't know what's totally finalized.
Well, we're
yet,
still-
but we'll
I'm
figure
just
it out.
going to tell them
We're
the
doing
things we
it,
do
right?
are finalized. We will be broadcasting likely on December 20th with more Dungeons and Dragons, more players, DM'd by our wonderful Steve right here.
Wait,
He's
what?
gonna be painting a wonderful word picture. Surprise! You're in the hot seat. And doing more of this wonderful shenanigans with different characters, different plot. And it's going to be a wild ride because we've never. This is a new ground for Rupeethon.
Mhm.
Check out more information at rupeethon.org. And we'll see you very soon.
We'll get started on that 5-part miniseries, Chrissy. Don't you worry.
And,
I'm already working on the picture book. You know this.
and please let us know what you thought about the presentation. We're still working
Yes.
on our setup and our lighting rigs and our
Absolutely.
audio.
Yeah, let us
Stuff.
let us know if you have any suggestions. Like I said, this was just sort of our first pass at
Mhm.
at how things are set up,
We're thinking
help.
we're going to do overhead cam. We're going to keep the DM on one camera. We're trying to shoot for an overhead cam.
Oh yeah, we'll have a map for the next one. Mostly because we don't have a map. I just don't have a map right now.
And send us all your fan art of Rodriguez. Thanks everybody.
Yep.
Good night.
Thank you guys.
Later.
Love you.
Reach over. Oh god, it's so far away. Oh god, why is it set like this? Ah.